This twin turbo petrol M5, it should sound a little bit better than it does. It sounds a bit damp and soggy like we have here currently in the UK. We're going to change that. Let's get an FI exhaust on this and give it some lungs. So as you've seen, we're midway through the installation process. I thought I'd talk you through the actual exhaust before it goes on the car. So as you can see by the massive amount of shiny silver metalwork behind me here, there's quite a few bits in this kit. So this is actually a catback system. So going through some of the pipe work, you could probably guess what this spaceship is here. That's a great big rear silencer, but it is valved, so it's going to work with a factory valving system. So your solenoids go here, and that will work effectively with your original valving in the car. There's some nice, clever little extensions here as well, because the valves are in a very slightly different position to the factory ones. So amongst all this other silencer, non-silence system and the rest of the metalwork, as you can see, no silencers. It's just going to be straight from the cats to the rear silencer. We've then got these fantastic looking carbon tips that will finish off the back end nicely. The original ones don't look bad, but it's a little bit small and piddly. You've got to get some carbon tips on. If you're going to make it loud, you've got to make it proud as well. So this is going to be a very cool install. So without any further ado, enjoy the rest of the video. Watch at the end, or wait to the end, because that's when we'll do the rev before and after. So we'll get into this one and you can see the rest of it now. You join us here at the end after a long day's work. We're actually on day 2 of this car, because it does take quite a long time when you're working with the exhaust systems. So as you can see by the carbon tips at the end, this has uplifted the back end massively rather than just seeing those black metal tips. Looks amazing, but more importantly, it sounds fantastic as well. If you hang on till the end of the video, you can hear the before and after revs. There's one thing to note, however, with modern day BMWs, what you have is effectively an active valve or exhaust valve system. So depending on load, revs, engine mode, it does actually open and close the valves. So when you're just doing a static rev, it's not as impressive as being out on the road and driving it, but it sounds amazing. I'm really impressed with how this sounds. It looks great as well. But if you follow me to the front of the car, you can see the original exhaust system here, and it gives you an idea of how big the original system is and what we've replaced. So here is the original exhaust. So starting off obviously at the tips, working the way to the downpipes. There's obviously 3 silencer sections on the original one, a mix or balance pipe in the middle, which effectively is a little bit of resonator, OPFs, and obviously secondary cats there as well. So this still retains its original catalytic converters, so we'll pass if you put a prong up the back of the tailpipe for emissions. But you can see this is nearly 3.5 meters, I think, long. It's ginormous. It's pretty big. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's been quite a process, this car, but I think you'll find the results speak for themselves. It's a really impressive piece of kit. So if you do have any inquiries for exhaust, get in touch. And even if you've got your old exhaust here, we can ship it back to you as well. So we don't just put this one in scrap heap. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the sound clips coming. See you next time.